Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys the weekly soul connection reading. And so this is going to be for today's date, which is Monday, July 13th, going all the way until Sunday, July 19th. So we could be talking twin flames, soulmate, however you resonate with this person, but you have a deep soul connection with someone and you want to know what's going on with that connection today. So I do tend to channel for those that are in some sort of a separation or challenge, but at the end of the day, please take what resonates and get rid of what doesn't. Today's Orgonites are going to be from my friend Michele from Wing and Bell. We've got the Twin Flame Nude right here, as well as the Black Magic Rose Orgonite. So her information will be down below. As far as all the decks that I'm using here today, everything will be listed down below, but if they are my own, if you're within the US, you can purchase them from my website. But if you are international, please email my team and they will send you a special link to order. So before we get started, I want to actually give a little bit of a comment on that. For any of you guys that are, ordering from my international site, it is not my site. It is the site that I purchase my decks from. At this particular time, I'm paying double on my shipping to get my decks here to then turn around and sell it to you guys. My profit margin is down, and that's not anybody's fault. It's just, unfortunately, that's what's happening in the world. Whenever my team sends out a link for to order internationally, there is a huge disclaimer, and at the very top of that disclaimer it says, please order at your own risk. I am not in charge of what happens if your decks get stuck at the border. I've had 3 gigantic orders since this pandemic started that have been on hold at the border months at a time. So I do know what it's like to order something, and we're talking over $5,000 that's been on hold for me at the border, not, $100. So I know what it's like to be frustrated. I know what it's like to also order online, just in general, besides the company that I use. And you just never receive something. There's just all kinds of things that are happening like this. So please refrain from reaching out to me and blaming me and, telling me that I need to do this and I need to do that. There's reasons that I don't sell internationally on my Etsy site. And if I ever decide to do so, it's definitely not going to be during this pandemic when, like I said, it's actually costing me double and I'm delayed in my shipments to even get them, to try to then turn around and get them to you guys. So I just ask you to respect my choices and a seller. If you don't like it, no worries. You don't have to order my decks. I am not desperate for people to order my decks. You either want to and it's worth it to you, or it's not. No big deal. So anyways, I just wanted to put that disclaimer out there, you guys. I'm not trying to be rude at all, but I do have to, basically let you guys know where I'm coming from, because I have gotten some emails recently where I'm just kind of like, it's unfortunate. But there's nothing that I can do. And I did send disclaimers when these things were ordered. So, all right, so let's go ahead and get into the reading. So I did create an outline today. I just wanted to just really get into a certain, just mindset for this reading. So what we're going to do is we're going to see where you and your person are at individually in your own separate energy. I just felt like that was important to break that down today. So we're going to take a look. Let's go ahead and get into your energy first. Let's see where you're at this particular time. Okay, so I got the cats in the room and they're getting kind of trying to get cute and jump on the table that I have all the cards on. So excuse me while I push them away. Don't do it. Do not do it. Come on, guys. Okay, so we're going to use the Sans Souci cards. This is number 1. She's got 2 decks now. This is the original version. And then we're going to combine it with my Signs from Spirit Love Oracle. So we're going to break it down. Where you're at in your thoughts, where you're at in your emotions, where you're at with the environment around you, and where you're at spiritually. Okay, so where is the viewer, person watching the video? Where are you at this particular time in your mental space? What's happening here? We have a bridge, reconciliation. So it could be that you are heavily thinking about reconciling with maybe your person, the person you're watching the video for. And we have haunted house, fear of loneliness, fear of the unknown, fear of darkness, insomnia, nightmares, claustrophobia, orphans, children's home. So this does not have to necessarily be about your person, because this could even just be reconciling with someone from your past, as in your childhood. This could be a friend, a parent, someone that you used to know. So it does not have to be the person you're watching the video for. But, you know, since we are really focusing on those energies, let's just go ahead and start with that. So it could be that right now there is some sort of a fear or darkness that's going on within you. There's a fear of, will we ever reconcile? Am I ever going to see this person again? So there's fear of darkness. There's fear of not knowing. There could also be sleepless nights. There could also be some sort of a nightmare that you're having where your fears are coming at. You might feel like you're always going to be alone. So there is something perhaps that you're thinking about right now that's really causing you a lot of anxiety. That's to me like a 9 of Swords energy in tarot. And that might not resonate for everybody, so just don't take it if it doesn't resonate. But that's the energies that we are picking up on immediately. So let's take a look and see what's happening in your emotions. We have smoke visions. So there could be something that you are seeing in your third eye. Maybe there's something that you're actually seeing with your physical eyes. And so this is causing some sort of an emotional situation. Let's see what it's doing. Okay, so we have horizon of hope. So this is saying the waiting was worth it. Patience pays off. Waiting for a beloved person. Uniting, fusion of soulmates. Fulfillment in accordance with the life plan. Wanderlust, travel and voyage. So this is kind of cool, because what this is telling me here is that even though in your mental space you might fear that this reconciliation may never happen or that you're never going to see this person again, in your heart space, what I'm seeing here for you guys is that you just know. It's just a feeling that you have. So you're having some sort of a battle between, let's just say, your ego and your thoughts versus what your heart is telling you. So there's this horizon of hope in your heart. There's these visions that you see. It's like smoke. So it's kind of difficult to see these visions within that smoky material. You know, it's a little dark. So, but on the horizon, you're just sensing and feeling in your heart space that it's worth it, that the investment is worth it, that your patience is going to pay off, that your beloved person is your soulmate, your twin flame, that, you know, this is fulfillment in accordance with the life plan. There's a certain plan that's been laid out and you're willing to walk the journey. That is what I am getting for a lot of you. That's really beautiful. So let's take a look and see where are you at in your environment. So how are you just experiencing life out in your environment or in relation to other people? I like that. Rainbow, renewal. So it could be that there's been some sort of a renewal just recently. Maybe you're starting to see things in a whole new light. Maybe you're starting to feel a lot better after a dark time. So maybe some of these dark energies that just came up in the mental space, maybe this is leaving. Maybe there's some sort of renewed energy on the horizon and you're starting to really see it. Leprechaun. I like this. Look. Okay, so to me, like the leprechaun is all about luck. It's also all about pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So I think that's really cool that that came up together. But the leprechaun does have a different meaning in this deck. So I feel like we need to honor that and read this. It is connected to goblins and fairies. So the nature spirits. Now, nature spirits don't always have to be negative, but this is talking about the Irish. So it could be that if you are maybe Irish or maybe your person is Irish, that could be a significant message for you. There could be some renewed energy here. We have stinginess, financial karma, to get or to give financial help, generosity, or to grant something. So it's almost like this leprechaun's coming in to grant a wish. And there has this something to do with give and take. So to me, this is about, is our side of the street clean? Have we given to ourselves? Have we loved ourselves like we have given and loved someone else? So it's kind of like you get what you give. This is also about energy. So are you in the energy of love? Are you in the energy of accepting yourself? So this to me is telling me that in your physical environment, things want to change. Something wants to be granted to you. But the only thing that could be standing in the way could be some sort of karmic lesson. So whether that's connected to you or someone else, because remember, this is your environment. So this could be about other people. It could be that right now you're kind of down and out in finances. And so this is about ready to be renewed, restored. Things are going to start improving in that area. Stinginess is about holding our energy, holding something away, being afraid to give. We need to get out of that energy in order to renew something. So this is about opening up, letting go, not holding on so tight. Stinginess to me is like a Four of Pentacles energy. When you hold on too tightly to something, it doesn't flow. So our need to let go is very huge right now, because that is the only way that things are going to renew. So there's fears and stinginess and darkness that's coming up for you at this time. But on the horizon, there is hope, and energies are about ready to renew. But it does have something to do with the way that you're holding your energy. So there's a need to take responsibility for where you're at in your energy field. So it is about, the only way that things can be renewed is to kind of let things go. And when I mean let things go, let go of your need to know, let go of your fears, and just start living your life and being in that positive vibration again. So that way things can improve in your life. That's the message. So let's go ahead and get where you're at spiritually. I like that a lot. Look, yellow. Confidence, success, happiness, and optimism. I really like that we've got the rainbow here. We've got these sunflowers. It's amazing energy here. Miss Charming. That's cute. To turn a blind eye, willingness to compromise, sweet talking, persuasiveness, golden middle course. To me, this is kind of like a black and white card, like dark and light. And what I mean by that is this is about turning a blind eye. You know, sometimes ignorance can be bliss. But sometimes you might see that as, well, if I'm not aware, then I'm going to miss something. To me, this is kind of like you don't need to know everything. This is about being right in the middle. You don't necessarily have to be super, you don't have to be perfect, but you don't have to be in the dark and the dumps either. This is about finding the middle ground. So she's got her eye on something, but she's kind of covering her eye with this lollipop, because she doesn't want to miss out on the other things in her life that are going to bring her that happiness and that sweetness. So to me, the overall message for the person watching this video is that you make your own happiness. This person might be a part of that. You might see this person as someone that you would like to have in your life, because when you have this person in your life and you're around them, you experience a lot of happiness. But if this person is, and you are having a difficult time, or they don't want to participate in your life at this time, you've got to find a way to provide your own happiness and to still see the sweetness in life and to still balance out your own energies and participate in other areas of your life. So there's something about reconciling something within yourself, and when you are in that just kind of shifted vibration or that renewed vibration, it may be that something shifts within this connection. So there is something to think about here in that way. So that is what we have for the viewer here. So why don't we go ahead and shift energies and go into your person. So we're going to use this same deck here, and we're going to just go take a look at these. Sans Souci cards number 2 for your person. Tinks is thinking about jumping on the keyboard and stopping this video. She better not. Okay, where is your person in their mental space and their thoughts at this time, just in general? Okay, so we have pen and we have creation. We have Alice and the Uncle Caterpillar. It says taking small steps, Wrong time for big goals. Something is still developing. Determination. Someone is having your back. Growing up. Patience. Something develops differently than expected. So I feel like your person might be trying to create something, but it's the wrong time for something huge to pay off or something huge to happen. So to me, this is kind of like the birthing stage. It's like a page of, let's just say, just a page in tarot. The page is someone who's thinking about things, what they want to create. They're examining what they want to create, and they are, you know, taking those seeds and starting to plant them in order to go on their journey. I feel this vibe with your person right now. They're thinking about something that they want to recreate or just create. And they're taking small steps because right now they realize that it might not be the best time to bite off more than they can chew. There's something that's still developing. They are determined, though, with whatever this is, to create something specific. They could also feel like maybe something that they want, it's developing differently than they expect. So I feel like as they continue to go forward with whatever this plan or goal is, things are going to actually turn out a little bit different than they're even expecting right now. So they're thinking about creating something. For some of you, you could see that pen to paper as maybe they would like to create some sort of contact or communication with someone. Could be you. Let's take a look and see the emotions. Where's your person at emotionally at this time? Let's take a look. Okay, so we have Diamond and we have Promise. So this could be an indication of a commitment that they've made, whether it's to themselves or someone else. We have the Boogeyman, having a scare, drying up and withering, decay, sin, feeling lifeless, punishment, a test of courage. This is telling me here that your person is afraid. Your person is afraid. That is like Krampus. I believe that's a Krampus character right there. But this is someone who is afraid. They're afraid of making a commitment. So, and if this resonates with you guys, then this could be if you know that they're with someone else at this time. I feel like within that commitment, they are withering up. Okay. They're withering up and they're decaying in that connection. So there's something for them to learn through a promise that they made or a contract that they're in currently. But if there is no one else and they're just alone doing their own thing, I feel like they are definitely afraid of making a commitment to someone else, making some sort of a relationship or connection permanent. And I don't mean necessarily permanent, but just basically putting a ring on it. Because they feel like that is going to be something where they're going to decay, they're going to wither up, and they're just going to deplete. That scares the crap out of them. So right now in their heart space, I feel like the only commitment that they can make at this time is to themselves. And they are taking small steps to do something right now, do things that they want to do, but they're going through some sort of a test. They're going through a test, and it's Dessay at the bottom of that card, test of courage. Do you have what it takes? Do you have what it takes in order to open up your heart or open up your energy to another? Or is it just always going to be about you? Are you always just going to be someone who is afraid of connecting deeply with another person? So there's something going on for them currently when it comes to a test in this department. But I feel like the promise that they are making is to themselves. And I don't feel like it's super selfish. It might sound that way, but it's what they have to do in order to learn certain lessons at this time. So let's see what's going on with their environment or other people. Whoa. Look at this. We have Love and Desire, Cupid. The soul dog, unconditional love, loyalty, sincerity, relying on one. You know what I'm getting here? This is only going to be for some of you. The only thing that this person can truly love is their dog right now. I'm sorry I'm laughing, but that's kind of cute and funny. The only thing that they can open up their hearts to completely is their animals. It might not even be a dog for some of you, but I feel like for someone out there, that's really going to make sense. That's all they love and desire is unconditional energy, and that comes in the form of a freaking animal. Like people, that's not where this is coming from. This is relying on one person for 100%. I feel like your person does not want to rely on anybody except for themselves and maybe this dog. Getting unexpected help without compensation, soul friend, soul family. So again, this tells me here that your person is more involved with the people that are around them in a friendly and a family type way rather than a romantic way. Because Cupid is very romantic, but for it to be clarified with this card, friend and soul family, tells me that they're still, even if they are connected to somebody in a romantic way, they're still holding their energy back. They're still not able to or willing to 100% make that promise to anyone else. They're still holding back that commitment. They're still fearing this commitment. They're still fearing a promise of committing to another person. They're just having a very difficult time. But whatever they're doing on their journey, I do feel like they are making they're making a small headway. They're taking baby steps. They are in the creation stages, which is a page to me. It's kind of like a child growing into an adult. This is happening, but it is taking time. So where are they at in their spiritual energy, their soul's energy? We have voyage. So they are on a voyage, you guys. They are on a voyage. They have taken off in some sort of way. So they're not stagnant. I don't see your person as being stagnant. I see them as they are doing something. They're headed somewhere. Something is actually happening here, which is good. We have the Blue Orchid. Admiring something or being admired by someone, receiving a gift from the heart, longing, passion, fertility, a visual highlight, the prime of life, or works of art. So it could be that your person is artistic and maybe in their soul's energy. That's what really helps them to spiritually connect with themselves is by pursuing some sort of work of art. This could be somebody who just thinks about things. They fantasize about what life will be like. So they could be a dreamer. They could definitely be a dreamer here. I'm getting like this Page of Cups vibe in here. A dreamer, somebody who thinks about what they want. They might have a difficult time though actually executing these plans. They might dream more than they do. But for me, I feel like that Blue Orchid is saying that they admire something, but it's kind of like they're admiring it from afar. They're not able to fully engage with it. So I feel like your person longs. They actually do. They long to grow with a partner. They long to be in a relationship. And I know that sounds kind of weird because here they have all of this fear. I do feel like deep down in this person's soul, they actually long to connect with somebody deeply, but they're having a really difficult time. And if they are spending time with people, it is a part of their soul family is with them. And you're part of their soul family too, but there might be other people in their tribe that are actually helping them and assisting them right now when it comes to getting through these fears of commitment. So if there is another person in their energy field right now, whether they've made a promise to them or not, I do feel like some sort of soul development and growth may be taking place. And these other soul connections don't have to be romantic, you guys. For some they are, for others they don't have to be. But their soul family is assisting them on their journey towards ascension. So if you really want to reconnect with this person and reconcile at some point, and they're not spending time with you, the people that they are spending time with are a part of their journey for a reason to help them to ascend, just like you. So we have to honor all connections. It's very easy to get caught up in hating on someone that they're spending time with, but that person or those people are a part of your person's soul development and growth. And that's a beautiful thing. It's all in the way that we look at it. So yeah, that's what we're seeing here, you guys, for your person. So let's go ahead and shift gears, and we're going to go ahead and now go into shadow energies. So this is going to be the shadow self and the current challenges that are coming up. This is about battling the darkness within ourselves. So what are our fears? What are these shadows? Okay. So we're going to go into a new deck that I actually just ordered. It's called Oracle of the Souls. And we're going to combine it with another deck that I just ordered called Mystical Healing Reading Cards. And we're going to use my Dark Night of the Soul Tarot. All right, so let's just see what the biggest theme for your person is at this time. What shadow is coming through? What part of their shadow self is coming through that is creating the biggest challenge at this time? We have Mother of Dawn. Beauty, agency, and compassion. So to me, this is a feminine energy. Mother. Now, this could be, of course, a shadow with mother, as in their actual mother, a mother figure. But this could be like the mother of their children, if that makes sense, the person that they're with. Or this could be the feminine, as in, let's just say that's you watching the video, or the feminine side of themselves. Because dawn, you know, that is, you know, the beginning of something. So I'm going to grab 3 cards from this deck here. So remember, feminine energy, that is what I'm picking up on, or a mother figure here for their biggest shadow at this time. We have develop stronger concentration. Okay. We have release fear. And we have step into the unknown. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify this and see what's going on with these particular shadows. What is happening here? When it comes to developing stronger concentration, I feel like what this could be also saying here, your person might be trying to really heavily focus or concentrate on certain things in order to make things happen in their life or in their lives. And so that, of course, is going to require a lot of concentration, right? It's going to require somebody to get into their analytical mind. But I feel like that is something that is not necessarily leading your person astray, but I feel like it might be confusing them. They're relying too heavily on their logical, practical side, and what they really need to do is they really need to go within. And I feel like that might be why this shadow or blockage is here for them, is because they're not really tapping into their intuition or their feminine side. Maybe they're not allowing things to unfold. Maybe they're really trying to push for something to happen, and they're not experiencing a lot of success because of that. Okay, so we have the Villain of Rage, which is the Knight of Wands energy on the edge. See, your person right now is really restless. They really want to push for something to happen. And it's kind of interesting to me because the card that we got for them with something that they wanted to create, you guys, remember? Something that they wanted to create. It had taking small steps, having patience. So that might be difficult for them right now, is what I'm getting. Maybe really difficult for them to just allow something to happen, to just, you know, pull back, go more into your feminine side, trust, allow things to naturally unfold, be a little bit more passive with the energy. So they might be really wanting to go on, you know, an adventure or really push for a lot more excitement than is available for them. And so it's causing them to feel on the edge. It's causing them to feel restless. And they're trying harder and harder and harder. And I feel it's actually providing less success for them because of this energy that they're in. The energy is, I don't want to say it's all wrong, but the energy is just not flowing. So I feel like they're experiencing some challenges because of this energy of being restless and not being able to just make a commitment to something and follow through with it and take those small steps and be in that feminine energy connected to it. So now we have release fear. Okay, so to me, this is a feminine energy. This High Priestess is feminine to me. We have wicked ways, released fear. there could be a fear that this particular, if this is, let's just say a masculine, but even if it's not a masculine, there could be fear connected to feminines in general for this person. Maybe fearing perhaps that this feminine will hurt him, or that all, let's just say, feminines are wicked. There's some fear that needs to be released when it comes to this. This could be connected to their mother as well, as in maybe their mother was like a wicked feminine. And so now they fear that all feminines will be this way. And so this might be one of the reasons why they have really stayed very safe in their own energy and not opening themselves up when it comes to a commitment, if that resonates. And if there are no issues with mom, I feel like, again, they have a difficult time just opening themselves up to feminines in general. And this could be somebody from their past that did a number on them that really caused this wound, and they're still blocked because of this wound. And because of this, that might be one of the reasons why they're not willing to commit and fully invest. Knight of Wands is somebody who's just on the edge of your life. They're not committing to you. They're just in and out. They're never really a full character in your life. They're just always in and out. So now we have step into the unknown. This person has a really difficult time stepping into things that make them feel vulnerable and giving their heart and opening up their heart fully to a situation. That scares the hell out of this person. So they're still battling it. Yep, see, Two of Cups. So they put a wall up to the Two of Cups. Two of Sorrow is Two of Cups in my deck. Fortress. They put a fortress around their heart. I know I've said this, probably before, the Sting song, Fortress Around Your Heart. I mean, that right there, that song says everything. So look up the lyrics. It's a beautiful song. It's from the 80s, but I love that song because it really does showcase a man who has spent a lot of time putting these fortresses around his heart and keeping this feminine out. So I do feel like if you're feminine watching this video and this is your masculine, I feel like he is battling the feminine. He's battling letting you in. He's battling opening himself up and being vulnerable. But I feel like also he is battling just allowing things to happen instead of not knowing everything before he jumps in. And this is really difficult for him. So that seems to be his shadow at this particular time, or your person's shadow. So why don't we take a look and see what is your shadow at this time? What's going on for you? So let's get a theme here. We have Jean or Jenny. I don't know how you say that. The Maid, Guardian of Saints, Humility, Disillusionment, Disillusionment, and Champion. All right. Janine, maybe it's Janine. Actually, I don't even know how to say that name. I don't know why I'm having a hard time. Guardian of Saints. What I'm getting here is, especially with the shadow self, we could feel like we've really done a lot of good. We've really done a lot of things. And interesting, show self-respect. We feel like we haven't been respected. We feel like we've done a lot for other people and it hasn't been reciprocated, or it hasn't been noticed, or it hasn't been, we haven't been thanked. So I kind of feel like there is this feeling of I've done so much, but yet I'm not being recognized for doing all of these good deeds in some sort of way. We're just kind of not even being respected for it. Recognize divine timing. Okay. And you have support. All right, so let's get the shadows connected. Okay, so tell me a little bit about this self-respect. Show self-respect. Okay, so I feel like this is significant. This right here is the Knight of Cups. It's a smooth talker. So there's a shadow connected to, it could be your person or it could be something else, but you feel like somebody came in and they said either the right things, or they did all the right things, or they were basically showing you that they cared. You became disillusioned because at the end of the day, They may have pulled back their energy. They may have taken back certain things that they said. You could have just thought, wow, you know, just smooth talking, somebody that came in and instead of showing me, they just told me. So it's like actions speak louder than words. So there's this disillusionment that you have where you let someone in and they said all the right things, but then they did something different. And so that creates a lot of shadow and blockage for you. Now, I also get that, you know, I've done so much for this person. I did so much for this person, and they, at the end of the day, they either still burn me or they just didn't appreciate it. So there's that burned energy here I'm picking up on. We have recognized divine timing. Yeah, see, look at this Chariot. Chariot is about movement. There's a barricade, though. So Spirit's also saying that you may have a difficult time accepting that right now is not the time. Right now, there's a barricade for a reason. We have to realize that whatever blockages are around, stop it, Tinks. Whatever blockages are around, they're around for a reason. Things are not happening for a reason. Sorry, Tinks. Things aren't happening for a reason. So we have to recognize that sometimes things just aren't happening because they're just not meant for us at this time. The timing is off. So some of us might be having a difficult time with that, but you have support. Oh, look at this, the false prophet. Okay, so I feel like some of you guys could really be experiencing this feeling of whatever you believed was bullshit, or whatever you thought. Let's just say you thought you were on a specific journey and you thought you had it all figured out, and then all of a sudden your faith comes crashing down with the Hierophant here. It just comes crashing down and you just think, oh my God, everything that I invested in, everything that I thought, everything I believed, it's just all bullshit. So some of you guys might be feeling like you're alone, you're lost, feel like you've been misguided. The false prophet. The thing is, whatever we put our faith into, you know, that's on us. Now, it doesn't mean that we don't have people that in our lives that can smooth talk us, okay? Or that can make us believe certain things, or that we fall for certain things because we want to believe them. But we do have to take responsibility, whatever we are putting our faith and our, you know, just like our faith into. You are supported. Spirit isn't misguiding you. We are misguiding ourselves. So that's the thing. And I hear this sometimes. I've been misguided. You know, I was wrong. You're right. You were wrong. You've been misguided because of your own expectations, because of your own thoughts of what you thought or what you put your, you know, belief into, you know, the way that you wanted it or the way that you saw that this thing was. That's what was misguided. The concept is not wrong or false. You know, that isn't necessarily false. It's what you put into that may have been faulty, meaning you had a lot of attachment. There was a lot of ego that you had still swimming around in this belief system. So as these things filter out, we become more and more aware of where we're at on our journey. And instead of blaming the journey or other people, and it's not about us blaming ourselves, but we take responsibility that, you know what, maybe I just didn't have it all right. And that's okay. But each day is an opportunity to learn something new. So instead of regressing, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to continue to ascend on my journey by replacing perhaps faulty belief systems or what I thought might have been something. Maybe I was mistaken, and that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and learn from this. So I hope that makes sense to you guys with this false prophet here. It's not it's not a concept that's false. It's the way that you're placing your expectations on whatever this is that could end up being false. But it's all about learning and growing each day. It's not about condemning yourself or condemning things. Open up your mind and see things from new perspectives. You are being supported. You're on a spiritual journey, and you're going to learn as you continue to make mistakes, and that's okay. So don't allow this shadow or your fear of what you thought might have been true, and then you're just kind of like, you know what? This is bullshit. Really try not to allow that type of thinking to take you off of your journey and disillusion you, because there's a disillusioned energy here in your shadow space right now. And so in some sort of a way, you really have to fight on this journey the darkness. You really have to fight for your need to be right or correct or 100% know everything. The bottom line is that you're not meant to know anything sometimes. Really, Indy? You're not meant to know everything sometimes. He's going to have to get off because he's going to mess up the table. And that's just life. I mean, seriously, some people that feel like they need to know everything before it happens, I just don't get it. We're not meant to know things before they happen, you guys. We're just not meant to. I don't know why, but Indy just wants to do this now. Come on, damn it. We're just not meant to know everything. Because if we knew everything, you guys, life would just, first of all, it wouldn't be interesting. It wouldn't be interesting. It would, we'd know everything. And so there wouldn't be anything to learn is my point. So sorry that Indy just kind of messed that whole thing up right there. But I think you guys got the point, and I think the point came across before he jumped in. So that's what we have as far as your shadow self goes. So if you guys are not experiencing any of that, then no worries. You don't have to take the message. Okay? I feel like the camera got messed up or something. There we go. All right. So now we're going to go into what is the energy that you and your person are holding towards each other. Okay. What is the energy that you guys are holding towards each other? We're going to go into the Archetypes Oracle, and we're going to combine it with the Morgan Greer Tarot. Okay. So what is your person holding towards you? What kind of energy are they holding you in? Okay, so how does your person, what is the energy that they're holding you in at this time? We have Poet. Expresses soul insight in symbolic language. So when in their mental space, I feel like your person may want to express something to you with that poet's energy. They might also see you as somebody who is very poetic, somebody that expresses themselves in a very poetic way. You might be an artist. You might be somebody that's really good with words, and they are feeling this energy. That's beautiful. Also with the shadow though on this one is that you could also take your word and you can destroy them at the same time. So they might be a little intimidated by you if you are a very outspoken person or someone that just really knows how to express themselves. So it's like for good or ill, either way. Yeah, see, Queen of Cups, look at that. Now the Queen of Cups is very beautiful. Very poetic, very, very sensitive, very intuitive, very psychic, very soft, nurturing, compassionate. So I feel like it's more of an energy of beauty here with you. It's more of an energy of, you express yourself in a very beautiful way. You're very open-hearted. You are not afraid to open up your heart space to this person. You've made it evidently clear through words or communication or through certain things that you've given to this individual, perhaps, that you care. So they really see you in this very beautiful light. But they also know at the same time that you have boundaries and that you have limits and that you could technically cut off that supply and take those words and turn them into something that could also be negative or destructive. So either way, but I feel more of a positive vibe with that Queen of Cups. How do they feel? What is their emotions connecting to you? We have Student. So I feel like they might feel like a student, as in they have something to learn from you. There's something that they feel perhaps that you know more than they do, or you're more evolved than they are. They have something to learn from you. So they feel like a student in your presence. They don't feel as advanced as you. Look at this, but they do see you as somebody that they can learn something from. Look at that Temperance. Temperance is about tempering out your energy. It's two beautiful cups here. So they feel that you are someone that can actually help to restore their cup. So you hold a cup, you see? You hold a cup. And now this angel is holding these two cups. But they might even, in their heart space, you guys, see you as an angel. I'm getting that. They see you as an angel, and they feel that you're an angel in their life, helping to restore them back to life. And so they're in this energy still where they are learning. And remember, in the very beginning of the reading, I kept getting that student vibe from your person, that child vibe. The page came through very strong with your person. They're still learning. They're still just, I mean, of course, we're all still ascending, but they're just still growing into themselves. And they might view you or feel that you're much more advanced than they are, and so they're not ready. And they might feel very intimidated in your presence and feel like you have more to give to them than they have to give to you. Yeah. They might also, in their heart space, know, because the temperance is about divine timing as well, they may know that they're still learning and that they're not ready to be with you until they mature a little bit more. So what about the reality? What is how do they see you in like the physical world, or just like in the 3D sense, like reality? We have King. Yeah, so for me, this person does see you in a very enlightened energy. They do. They feel like you're very enlightened. They feel like you're probably maybe even a leader. So they could be seeing you as a leader in some way. You're in charge. You're like a boss. There's something about you that's very either dominant, or that you just are in charge of your life. 6 of Pentacles. They see you as giving. It could be that how they're seeing you in the physical world is that you're doing really well with 6 of Pentacles. You have enough to give to other people. They could be seeing you in some sort of a occupation where you're giving a lot of your time, or you're giving a lot to, let's just say, charity, or you have enough to give to others. There's enough to go around. They definitely see you as somebody who's very giving. I'm going to tell you that. It's a very beautiful energy here. And they know that they know that you are at the top. And I'm not saying like, you know, better than anybody else or better than them, but they do get this vibe from you that you know what you want. You're not screwing around. And if they were to come to you, they need to come to you as an equal partner. And they're not ready with that temperance card. They still feel like they're learning. They still feel like they're not ready to fully invest or make that commitment to you, or anybody else for that matter. But they are learning something from you in this lifetime. Whatever you have said to them, whatever impression you left on them has been very powerful. So let's see, soul, like in their soul's higher self energy. How do they feel your energy? We have Hermit. Look at that. They might feel that you have pulled away from them. So if that makes sense to you guys, if that resonates, take that message. They feel like you have pulled yourself away from them. But see, Hermit is very spiritual as well. So they could see you as a very spiritual person too. A very poetic, very spiritual, deep person. But you've withdrawn from them. Okay. They might also see you as helping other people, but like giving to other people, but not giving to them. Okay. They may really long for you to give to them again. They may long to be in your presence. They may long to be around you again. But maybe perhaps some of you have put up your boundaries and you have withdrawn from this person. And so they really see you as somebody who is not giving to them. So they almost feel punished. Yeah. You want to know why? Because the Knight of Rods this is Knight of Wands. Remember, the Knight of Wands came up before, which was on the edge. So I do feel like your person is very aware that you had to pull away from them because of this behavior. They know it. Their higher self understands it. So they're not walking around oblivious to why you walked away from them or why this has happened. So if you haven't walked away from them, what I am seeing here is that they know, because their Knight of Wands energy has created issues. Being on the edge of your life, not making a full commitment, being in and out, not being reliable. So they could really know that at this time, you guys need to be in a hermit mode to find yourselves. Your person absolutely knows from their higher self's perspective that they need time to become this emperor. That was on the bottom of the deck. To become this emperor. To become that king for you. They don't feel like a king, though. I'm telling you. They do not feel like a king right now. They don't feel in charge of their life. They're working on something. They are still in that restless energy. They haven't found themselves. They're on their way, but they're still in that Knight of Wands energy. So let's just see how you are seeing them. How are you seeing them? What is the energy that you hold towards them in your mental space? Okay, so we have beggar. Interesting. So this says, this is about someone who is in physical survival. Okay. This is somebody who depends on other people. So you might see them as codependent. You might see them as still depending too much or relying too much on physical things or materialism instead of being enlightened and providing for themselves. Yeah, look, Two of Cups. When it comes to the Two of Cups, you see them in a negative light. Okay? You see them as not being able to give. You see them as taking. So you don't see them in the most positive light is what I'm getting here. And it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be like super negative. It just means that you might be realistically seeing them in this energy. They're not able to commit. They're not able to come to you with their cup. They're not able to equally give to you. They've taken from you before and maybe they've given nothing back and you've had to, again, confront your own needs. I'm not going to beg for this person to stay in my fucking life. I'm not going to beg for them to stay. If they don't want to be in my life, they don't want to be in my life. I am getting that for you guys. You're not going to beg this person to love you. Maybe some of you already did that and it didn't work. It just made you feel worse. And you're not willing to do that again. So you've got to confront something within yourself when it comes to this person. Is it worth it? Is it worth me just taking crumbs from them? So if some of you guys are actually still seeing this person here and there, is it worth it to take the crumbs? This Knight of Wands energy, somebody who comes in whenever they want and then they go away. They come in whenever they feel like it and then they're gone. Is that worth it in the end? Are you going to accept these crumbs? Or are you going to hold out for something better? So I feel like some of you guys are maybe thinking about that right now. You might be this person here sitting with that cup of coffee and just like got your head in your hands just going, what the hell am I doing? So the emotions. How do you feel about this person? Okay, we have Alchemist. And so to me, this is telling me here that you know that this person can transform this energy. But are they? Are they putting their best foot forward with your connection right now? No, they are not. We already saw that in this reading. They might be putting their best foot forward and making a commitment and a promise to themselves, but they cannot make a promise or a commitment to you at this time. And you're not going to beg for them to do it either. They're either going to come to their own conclusion on it or they're not. So you know in your heart that they have the ability to change these circumstances. You know that they have the ability to show up for this connection. But are they? I'm seeing at this time they may not be. Eight of Swords means they're stuck in their head. They're stuck in their ways. Maybe they're stuck in a situation. They're allowing themselves to be stuck in a situation. In your heart space, you just are kind of in that mode of knowing that they do have the ability to transform, but they're choosing not to. So that might be another reason why you're in this stage of, I'm not going to beg. I'm not going to take these crumbs anymore. I just can't do it. Okay, so the reality. Look, you see this person as somebody who might just be kind of like in that victim mentality where they're not really willing to change their circumstances. They might also be in that blame. They're blaming other people for their mishaps. They're blaming other people for their problems. They're in that victim mentality. Okay? So again, you do see this person's shadow. You see them in a very realistic way. So if they are experiencing these things, which I did see this from the very beginning of the reading, I saw a lot of energy that was connected to them really being afraid of commitment. And also that energy from their past with that wicked ways, seeing the world as wicked, seeing other people as wicked, wanting to take advantage of them, wanting to take from them. And so when we're stuck in that energy, we become victims and we're not able to open ourselves up at all to experience life. And I do feel like your person is stuck in that energy. They're stuck in a victimization. And so you see this, you realize that this is a problem. Now, for some of you, it might be that your person has been victimized and abused in their past. And so you know that this is one of the reasons why they have a difficult time opening up to you or anyone else. So you just realistically know that there's issues that this person has, like we all have, but that this person's issues have gotten so out of control that now they're so stuck to where they can't even open themselves up for you guys to even work on this connection. So some of you guys are just, this is real. This is reality. You know that this is a problem. Look, see, Six of Cups. Okay, so I feel like the Six of Cups could be coming up for a few reasons. Childhood trauma, their past. So this is either childhood or just the past in general. Someone in their past has contributed to this victimhood. Okay? But it is your person's decision to stay stuck in that energy. To stay stuck in that energy of blame, of not helping themselves, not opening themselves up, or not seeing that not everyone is going to hurt them. This is a real problem. And this victimization also prevents this reconciliation between the two of you, which is what you want. And that came up as the very first card in this reading. That's what you want with this person. But you realize that they are stuck in victimhood. They're stuck with their shadow right now. They are stuck in that energy. And you see this. You know this. All right. So what is your soul's energy? We have exorcise. Look at this. It's like something needs to be exorcised, exorcist. Something needs to be freed, let go of. We need to exorcise the demons, you know, something like that. Wow. Oh my gosh. So do you see your person actually sees you as someone, a being of light, and you see your person as someone who's dark? This came up in a reading that I did last week. It was very much dark and light. Your person saw you as light, but your light irritated their demons, and then you saw them as dark, and then their darkness kind of like triggered within you things that you needed to heal. Very similar. Sun, look at that. So we can clear this up, so we can get to a positive stage, so we can grow, so we can heal, so we can be happy once again, so we can face each other once again. Let's illuminate these shadows. Let's bring the light to the dark. So you know that that is absolutely what needs to happen. You know without a shadow of a doubt that your person needs to face their fears. They need to face these demons. They need to clear whatever the shadow is that is holding them back in life. And this could be holding them back in all areas of their life, not just intimacy. But when they met you and dealing with you, you really triggered this fear within them of intimacy. You really triggered what it would be like to open themselves up to a partnership. And that scares the hell out of this person. It puts them in this victim energy. It causes you to, let's just say, beg for their attention because they're holding it back. I feel like this person has gotten really good at using this energy against people. Being on the edge of everyone's life, including yours. Okay? Being on the edge and purposely holding yourself at arm's distance, or themselves at arm's distance, because they like the attention of people begging for their attention, needing them, wanting them, pleading with them. It makes them feel loved. It makes them feel important. This all stems from victimization, though, from their past. They don't ever want to be the person that begs for anyone. They don't want to ever be the person that needs anyone. They want it the other way around. But that energy also repels them. And so they might go from person to person and create this whole scenario. And then when each person begs, they're just done and they move on to the next victim. I'm telling you, you guys, there's something going on here with your individual. That's not going to resonate for everybody, but there's some kind of, a cycle that your person is stuck in. They do have the ability to change it. And where does this stem from? It stems from intimacy. This needs to be healed, and it is from the past. That is the only way that you and them can reconcile, is if they face these demons. When they exercise fear of facing your own demons. Your person has demons and they are fearful of facing those demons. This needs to be healed. So you know this, the person watching the video. You know this. So that is very, very deep. So why don't we go into what are the vibrations that you send out towards each other, and how does that affect you both? So let's go into the Journey of Love cards by Bridgette Rao. This is her Journey of Love 1 and 2. And we're going to combine it with my connections for the modern world. What vibration is your person sending out to you, and how does this affect you? You're the one. Okay. So it could be, you guys, that some of you are starting to realize that your person is starting to awaken to the fact that you're that one for them. You're that person that has been very significant when it comes to them facing their shadows and facing their demons, and basically helping them to heal. And they may not be telling you this. They may not have ever told you this. The energy that they are expressing to you, or that they've expressed to you before, may not feel like this, but that's their vibration towards you. And remember, we just got that they're actually holding you in a lot of light. They know that you're light. I feel like for some of them, it's like they know that they're dark and they don't feel good enough to even stand in your presence, so they stay away from you. But you're the one. You're the one that teaches them this lesson. You're the one also, I'm getting here, that can truly love them, that truly loves them. You're the only one that truly loves them. And that's not true, but in their headspace, they might actually see you as somebody, or feels that you are that person that can actually, that they can love, that they could open up their heart to, that they would be safe to open up their heart to. You're the one. So let's get some clarifiers here. We have desperate. Wow. Desperate beggar. So this is the thing. This causes you guys perhaps to be triggered in a way that causes you to feel like you're crazy, that you're desperate, causes you to feel like you're just hanging on to a situation that's just, you know, over. I feel like one of the reasons that you guys are having a difficult time perhaps letting this person or this situation or this thought or memory go is because your person actually is holding love in their heart space for you. They are holding you in that energy that you're the one. Now, that doesn't guarantee that you guys will be successful. Absolutely not. But it does show you that you're not crazy. They are still holding on to you. So if you can't let go of them, that's because they haven't let go of you. Look. Oh my God. Remember, you guys, how I was telling you that your person pretty much has been in this cycle of playing people a certain way. They hook them in and then they spit them out. Then they escape. They cause you to beg. They cause you to become desperate, and then they take off. There is a defense mechanism that this person is using with you and other people in their lives, because that is what causes them to feel safe and in control. And that's because they're so damn afflicted within themselves. This is their own wounds, you guys. So I feel like what Spirit is trying to tell you here when it comes to their energy and how it affects you, their energy afflicts you, and that's because they're afflicted. You can't let go because they haven't let go. You might be trying to escape this energy and trying to escape them. And it doesn't mean you cannot, but that's why you've been having a difficult time, because they're still holding on to you, that you're the one, that you're a person that can heal them and restore them back to life. I feel like there is a song from Evanescence I don't know why. I'm just getting a lot of channel messages for songs in this reading today. Bring Me Back to Life, I think, is a song. There could be something there for you guys. But someone is afflicted and someone runs away when people hold on too tightly to them. But you're a part of this person's soul and development to change these things about themselves. Now, you're not here to save them, and you don't have to try harder to do anything. I'm actually getting when you let go of this individual and you allow them to sit in their own stuff and you put up healthy boundaries for yourself, this person actually sees you as the one that didn't put up with their crap. And this afflicts them and this really bothers them. But what it does is it triggers them to heal because they've lost you. They've lost this angel in their life. So it helps them to see things and it helps them to examine their crap. So you're the one that's going to teach this person this lesson, whether you're with them or not. You're here to teach this person this lesson. And that's why you're having a difficult time letting them go, is because they haven't come full circle with this lesson just yet. So it's like the contract between the two of you has not cleared up yet. So you're always going to feel the sense of unfinished business until it's clear. Hope that resonates for some of you. Let's take a look at your energy. What is your energy and your vibration connected to them? And how does this affect them? Tell me the truth so I can too. Authentic. So your vibration towards them is that you just want them to be honest with you. You just want to know. You just basically want them to tell you the truth so that way you can express yourself authentically to them too. Am I the only one that's feeling this? Am I just crazy at this point? You want them to communicate to you authentically. You want them to open up. And we have temptations. You might be very tempted, of course, to do something. You might be very tempted to create some sort of communication or do something that maybe you feel like you shouldn't do. Maybe you're not available. Maybe they're not available. Maybe this is acting out of alignment with your own integrity. You could be tempted to do certain things. We have masculine side. So it could be that this is about taking control, stepping into your masculine side and taking control. Very tempted to do something with this particular masculine. Hollow. But I feel like at the end, in the end, it's just kind of like you just end up feeling hollow. You end up feeling like it's just pointless. You want to be authentic. You want to push for a conversation. You want to push for the truth. But what I'm seeing here on the masculine side, if you're a feminine watching this video, that things are hollowed out on the masculine side. And so it might be very tempting to try to rectify this. It might be very tempting to push the envelope right now, make something happen. But I'm getting here that your masculine is not ready to be authentic. And so it's going to be a hollow victory. So be careful. Okay. So you're feeling all of this energy from him. He's still connected to you. Yes, he's still connected to you. But there's still all of this stuff that he is still battling with. And so you're going to find yourself perhaps in this role of clinging, being desperate, and, you know, begging and being afflicted once again. He is not done with this energy. Okay? He's not done with this energy. So really try to resist the temptation to do something at this time when it comes to reconciling or pushing for a conversation right now. I'm just getting the timing is just not the best, which is why we had the divine timing card come up for the feminine side. If you're a feminine, I just assume there's feminines watching this video. But that did come up for you. That was a shadow or a challenge for you, was divine timing. Okay, so I've got to move Tiggs because I'm in a different setup, you guys, right now. I have a house guest, so I've had to move my room where I do my readings. And so it's created a lot of issues with the cats because if I close the door, then they cry and it's just a big nightmare. Okay, so let's now take a look and get the energies of the lessons that you guys are both absorbing on this journey. So what are the lessons here? What are the lessons? So this is a deck that I actually found on my own. I believe it's on Etsy. And I really, really like it. And I'll tell you why. Well, this is called the Twin Flame, A Journey to the Heart Key Cards. I love all of the messages. I completely resonate with this. Being a twin flame and on the twin flame journey myself, I resonate with all of the teachings of this deck. It's so up my alley. So I'm very excited about this deck, and I just felt like I wanted to use it today. So this right here, we're going to see what are the journey, what is the journey, like the lessons that you guys are both connected to at this time. What are you guys learning at this time? We have trust the process. I love that. Okay. So we're going to go into also my tarot deck here. And we're going to use this one with the Divine Feminine Healing cards. My deck here. So trust the process. I'm going to read this. It says, all that unfolds in front of you is destined to occur for each person. A door of awakening has opened for you. Trust your heart's direction and walk through. Through this door awaits answers to your self journey of love. So that's why I like this card or this deck, is because it's very focused on you, the person, the individual on the journey, and how that the connection that you have with yourself affects your connection to your person. And that is definitely my belief system on soul connections. There's something about you that you need to learn and master. That's what provokes this, is this individual. And there is something for you to heal and learn. So trust the process is coming up first. Page of Wands. I like this so much because the pages came up. Actually pages I don't think came up. It was just this feeling that I had for your individual. This Page of Wands is like a child. They're very excited, like they're very curious. They're very excited to go through this process of learning and growing. So this is going to take time, and through this door are the answers of your self journey of love. So this is beautiful. A door of awakening has opened for both of you to learn something new about yourselves. We have reserved. Silence is gold, and some things are just better left unsaid. So it's okay, you guys. If some of you guys are not speaking to your individual, you're not having conversations, or you feel that they're pulled away from you, or you feel like you need to pull away from them, that's okay. Trust this process right now on your journey, that sometimes communication isn't always the best. Sometimes things are just better left unsaid. So trust that everything is happening for a reason. What else? We have the bigger picture. It says, twins or just people spend lifetimes searching for each other. Eventually, destiny defines the time of awakening, and an opening of hearts occur. Their true journey of the heart and the self commences with much inner growth awaiting them. Remember the journey and be kind to yourself. So you got to see the bigger picture on your journey, that this journey is bigger than just you and your person being together. It's much bigger than that. And so people that only focus on union with this person, you're really doing yourself a disservice. So now we have Seven of Pentacles, reevaluation. So it's time to reevaluate your goals and see the bigger picture. I always see the Seven of Pentacles as kind of taking a step back and looking at what you've been working on and kind of reevaluating and giving yourself an opportunity to just maybe tweak a couple of things and maybe do things differently. So there's an opportunity to reevaluate your journey at this time, what you've been working on, what you want to do. We have confusion. I take responsibility for my own decisions that contributed to challenging situations. See, we're not blaming. We're not blaming. So when we come onto a journey, this isn't about, I was wrong. It's not about that. If you've become confused or lost on your journey, that's okay. The journey isn't bad. The journey isn't a failure. The concept is not a failure. It is our own attachment to our belief systems. It's our own attachment to the way that we thought things should be that creates confusion. But this card is saying, I take responsibility for my own decisions that contributed to challenging times. Maybe you made a mistake. Maybe you had an error in, like just some sort of an error in judgment. Maybe somebody else did. Maybe you said yes when you meant no. These things lead to challenging situations. So it's not about blaming this person or blaming this, or, you know, this concept of belief system or journey that you're on. This is bullshit. It's not about that. It's about just reevaluating your own thoughts and your own energy, and taking a step back to see the bigger picture and to see how our own decisions may have led to challenging times. So remember, this isn't just about you. This is about your person as well. I do see your person as going through a challenging time right now in their life, to where they might be trying to push forward and make things happen and not really put the work into it. So they might be really restless right now, and their restless energy is leading to more mistakes. So I feel like they are trying to go back and do things very methodically and take baby steps. And that's a good thing. So you're being asked right now to take a look at the bigger picture and maybe do things a little bit differently next time instead of feeling defeated. All right. Forgiveness. Each soul holds the key of forgiveness, not just forgiving themselves, but also their person. It is not a time for blame, see? But to experience a greater awakening of self-consciousness for both. So at the end of the day, the blame game does nothing. The blame game doesn't heal. It doesn't. It doesn't do anything. It just takes away from your own happiness is what it does. Yep, look at that. We have the Temperance again for the second time in this reading. It's about restoring this energy, restoring these two cups. These two cups need each other in order to experience this healing that needs to take place. You don't necessarily need your person, and they don't need you in order to do this healing. You don't need them in your physical world is what I'm saying. But you're connected to their energy just like they're connected to yours for a reason. It's to help the both of you restore something within yourself. And what is going to restore you back to health and bring you back to life is forgiving yourselves and each other when it comes to this connection. Okay? That's what's going to truly restore it, or restore you. Signs from above. I know that my angels and guides are assisting me. This is beautiful. So on your journey, you guys are getting signs. You guys are being assisted. And I know that it came up in the reading for, I believe it was you, person watching the video. One of your shadows was that you felt like you were not supported. You are supported always. Spirit is always watching. Spirit is always guiding. Spirit is always there. The only thing that's taking us off our path is not spirit. Spirit is not failing us. We're failing ourselves. You know, because of our own attachments, our own set of beliefs. So that's why I feel like all these messages are coming up at the same time, is because Spirit is saying that we need to reevaluate. We need to restore something within ourselves. We need to see the bigger picture. We need to realize that forgiveness is key. It's not about being wrong or right. Sometimes we're not meant to know everything, you know, when things are occurring. We're meant to walk a journey and experience a journey, not just rush straight to the destination. Because again, what good would that do? You wouldn't learn a damn thing. So we need to realize that we're on a journey of self-healing and self-realization, really, through this person and this connection. And so work on restoring and work on having a little bit more faith that you're being guided every step of the way, and that you're being guided towards your greatest good, and that a lot of your peace is going to come from letting go and forgiving yourself and your person. And that is what's going to be key on this journey. That's amazing. All right, you guys. So that's what's happening for the both of you on your journey towards ascension. So let's now take a look and see, what is your person's biggest regret? I just want to see what their biggest regret is, because I know that they have some darkness, just like we all have darkness, but your person has some darkness that's connected to them when it comes to their healing, when it comes to their past. So they've inflicted something. So if your person has not hurt you or inflicted anything upon you, skip this part of the reading. But if they have, what is their biggest regret? We're going to go into my Mystics Midnight cards, Mystics Midnight Oracle, the In the Shadows Oracle cards by All Things Intuitive, and my Twin Flame Journey Shadows. So what is your person's biggest regret when it comes to you and this connection with what's happened here? Biggest regret. We've scorned. I feel like they know that they've left you scorned. Okay. I really do. I'm also getting that they were regretful that they were so scorned when the two of you came together. They were too scorned to properly open themselves up to you. It's like they knew that they weren't ready. They knew that they had damage, but yet they still opened themselves up to you in this connection. What else? Boogeyman. And you know what's interesting, you guys? We have two decks, different creators. I'm going to bring it up. Boogeyman. That was connected to your person. So I'm just showing you guys how connected it all is. Warning, threat, watch out. So I keep getting a sense from your person's energy that they know that they can only hurt you at this point. And in some sort of way, it's almost like they sabotaged this connection with you because they knew that they would only further hurt you. That's what it is. So in some sort of way, it's like a warning. I also get to you guys that this person may have said to you, I'm really bad at commitment. This is just the way that I am. They may have given you some sort of warning about them and you refuse to listen. And that's not to say it's your fault, but they may have given you some sort of warning. They may have really spelled it out for you that you guys were not going to be committed. And you may have just went into it and just thought to yourself, well, I'm going to change that. So there just could be, you knew from the very beginning that they were really having a hard time with just opening themselves up and you kind of went into it anyways. And so you ended up getting scorned and burned, even though they may have tried to warn you and tell you to watch out for them. But at the same time, though, they do feel bad for what happened. They do feel bad no matter what. No matter if they warned you or not. Some of you, it could have come without warning. But your worst fear came true is what I'm getting here for some of you guys. Your worst fear came true with this individual. I scared myself that day. Look at this. Boogeyman, boogeyman. What is the boogeyman about? It's about being scared. I scared myself that day. So I feel like what this card is telling you guys is that your person actually scared themselves a certain day. So reflecting back on the past to that day, whatever that day means to them or to you, that's significant in your connection, they got scared. Something happened. They got scared at that point, at that particular time, whatever day that was, with something. Okay. I want to see what this is because I just feel like we need a little bit more information on what scared them. Where's my tarot? I'm sorry. I'm just looking for my tarot cards now. Where is it? Oh, here it is. What scared your person that day? What were they so afraid of that day? Okay, so they were scared that you were going to recognize something, that you were going to find something out is what I'm getting here. They could have lied. They could have tried to hide something from you. And they were afraid that you were basically like kind of coming on, like you were on to them. You were on to them and that really frightened them. That really frightened them. They could have, even when you confronted them about something, denied it. And so they made something up to try to buy themselves more time so that way you wouldn't leave, or that way you wouldn't kind of see them as this boogeyman, that you wouldn't see them as this person that they know that they really are. They may have really done a good job of hiding this from you, kind of saying to you, this is the kind of person that I am, but you didn't really know, or you didn't really believe it. So you kind of went into the connection. And they know that they're this boogeyman, and they don't want you to find out that they're this boogeyman. And so when you became aware of something perhaps, or maybe some kind of information was given to you, I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking back into something that I went through. Then perhaps it's like it scared them that you were going to find out what, I'm just going to say it, a piece of shit they really were. Yeah. What else? Because I don't think that might not be it for everybody. Yeah, see, you're gonna see right through their crap. If that's the message. Sometimes Spirit uses the reader, you know, who's tapping into the cards and the energy for the collective, their own experiences to get a message out that might relate to other people. So I feel like that's why a little bit of that message is coming through, that I can remember something that I went through where it's just like, wow, somebody may have gone through great hoops, like jump through hoops to try to prevent you from seeing who they really were, because they just couldn't live with it. They couldn't live with you seeing them in this way, that they were a true boogeyman. Like they couldn't stand it. And that's what really bothered them. So they scared themselves that day that they could go to such efforts and lengths to cover up their crap by maybe even trying to lay on other layers of lies or do things to kind of prevent you from seeing this dark side of them. All right, let's get one last card here. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, they were holding on to something. They didn't want to let go of something. I feel like they didn't want to let you go per se. They didn't want to lose you is what it was. They weren't comfortable losing you on your terms. They're okay with losing you on their terms, but not on yours. That bothers this person. And we did see this earlier. They're really bothered by the fact of people leaving them. They have to leave people first. I don't know, you guys. That's just what I'm seeing here. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get some more information here. So they know that they scorned you. They know that they hurt you. They know that they're scorned. They know that there's this boogeyman. They didn't want you to see this boogeyman part of themselves. They didn't want to lose you on your terms. They wanted to lose you on their terms. And so they might have said something to you, created more illusions and bullshit just to maybe be done with you on their terms, if that makes sense. So they scared themselves with this whole process, how they could even go to this length or this level just to save their ass. Wow. Okay. Hope it makes sense. What else? What else does this person regret? We have spell casting. Okay. I do wish you well. You know, I feel like at the end of the day, again, they do see you as a being of light. They know, it's like they see you as an angel and they see themselves as Krampus. That's really what I'm getting. You know, that's like it's Austrian. It's an Austrian folklore. And Krampus is St. Nicholas's sidekick. You know, St. Nicholas is so giving. He's a saint, for God's sakes. He's a saint. And remember, what came up as your guys' shadow? I just got to go back to it. What came up as your shadow? Let me just find it real quick. Guardian of Saints. Because you were disillusioned by this Krampus character. So I do wish you well. Your person does not wish you ill. I don't feel like they really wanted to hurt you. I feel like they just got themselves involved in just a situation that they just couldn't get out of. And they didn't feel good with the way that maybe things rolled out. And so they had to swing it a certain way in order to feel good about it. So I feel like in some sort of a way, this to me is like manifesting, spell casting. You deliberately create something or do something in order for things to perhaps dissolve in a amicable way. So I feel like your person regrets manipulating the situation. And they do wish you well. They didn't mean to hurt you. It just happened. It just happened, is what I'm seeing here. It was just the circumstances. It just was shit. And that's what they're telling you today. They regret it. They regret the decision from the very beginning that they made that ended up hurting you. And then they regret their decision to cover it up and not own it. Because at the end of the day, they really just wanted you to be okay. And you weren't. It ended up hurting you anyways. We have Nurse Castrate. Nurse Castrate. Wow. I just got to laugh, you guys, because I mean, I'm just getting, for some of you guys, you may have just wanted to just debilitate this person. Really. You may have just wanted to just get them where it really hurt, right? So you feel scorned. You feel scorned by whatever has happened here. That's the point. You feel scorned. And they know it too. They know they hurt you. Oh my, I'm telling you, I'm sorry for hurting you. I'm just laughing because, not that it's funny, but because it's pretty profound to me that the cards are coming up in this way, and they're really dictating a story here that whatever decision your person made to try to not to prevent you from seeing them in this negative light, it actually just made things worse. They should have just come clean. They should have just been honest with you, but they couldn't. They couldn't be honest with you. So they ended up making things worse. So they are sorry for doing this. They're sorry for hurting you. They're sorry for maybe creating the scorned energy to where you want to castrate them. And I don't mean that literally. It's just kind of a joke. But they know that they hurt you. They do. And they only really meant you well. And they're sorry. So you guys, that is what your person regrets the most in your connection. So what is something that they really want you to know? What is something that your person really wants you to know at this time? We're going to go into my Spirits of Darkness and Light Divination deck, and we're going to combine it with my Twin Flame messages, or Twin Flame Journey messages number 2. What does your person really want you to know at this time? What does your person really want you to know at this time? We have Spirit of Possession, Incubus, Succubus, Sexual Obsession. They're telling you here it really was me, not you. So they're explaining to you in this right now that they had some sort of an addiction, some sort of maybe sexual obsession, where they were just connecting with people. It's almost like your person is telling you here in this reading today that they're scaring themselves. They're like this boogeyman. They've got this dark side to them that they can't get rid of. They almost in a way feel possessed. And I'm not getting all this literally, but this is just kind of how they feel sometimes. They feel like there's something that comes over them and it just causes them to do things that maybe they don't mean to do. So it really is me, not you, is what they want you to know. They want you to know that they've got a lot of issues and problems and that it was not you. Wow. Spirit of the Jester. Thief, trickster, hustler. Smooth talker. Smooth talking villain. Can't take this anymore. I feel like what they're trying to explain to you here is the sabotaging technique that they used in order to destroy your connection. They couldn't take something anymore. They couldn't take feeling a certain way. They couldn't take just what was happening in the connection. They just couldn't handle something anymore. They became overwhelmed. So what did they do? They tricked. They were a thief. They acted like the jester. They basically just created the demise of the connection. So they're telling you again, because of their own stuff, this is why they did this. This is why they went to this thief energy, this trickster energy. And we have Spirit of Stone. Frozen, delayed, and longing. I feel at the end of the day, though, with what your person did, they ended up hurting themselves. It's like they ended up hanging themselves in the end. It didn't fix anything. It was a temporary fix, but now there's a permanent problem here. There's a permanent issue now. They still feel stuck. It didn't fix anything for them. It didn't fix anything for them. I can't give up on my responsibilities right now. So they still feel stuck with their responsibilities. Like they're still trying to take responsibility for all of the damage that they've caused other people. I feel like your person has a lot of rage. I feel like they have a lot of darkness still connected to them, and they're still trying to get out of this really dark phase. And they feel like they can't give up, though. They can't give up the demon. They can't give up the possession. They can't give up the darkness. So I feel it's one of the reasons why things are not happening right now in this connection, you guys, is because of the darkness that they are facing within themselves. And that's why you got all of that energy when you connected to them, how you're seeing them, that you know that this needs to be exercised. You know that this, you're not going to beg. You know that they need to clear this energy, this victim energy. It's almost like paying for sins in some sort of way, victimizing you and other people. This person's really going through something. This is a little bit of a darker reading, you guys. So I think I'm going to have to put a disclaimer on this one because it might not resonate with everybody this week. But I feel like it's still connected to perhaps the reading that I did last week, which was about, you know, the person and you and what they did and all those shadows that exist between the two of you. I mean, that was a really intense, dark reading if you guys happen to watch it. So let's go ahead and move on into spiritual guidance and advice for this connection. We're going to go into my twin flame angel numbers and my twin flame journey oracle. Okay, so this is spiritual assistance, guidance, and advice about your connection. We've admired. You know, I keep getting this, you guys. Your person really admires you. Your person sees you as light. They know that they're dark. They see you as this bright, shining light. They see you as this person that can bring them back to life. They see you as this angel that they have destroyed in some sort of way. It's like their wicked, evil ways have destroyed you, but it hasn't destroyed you. But they think perhaps that they've destroyed you. Maybe some of them know that they haven't destroyed you, and so that's something where they just even feel like more of a piece of shit. They feel dark, they feel less than, they feel unworthy. We have 533. A change in scenery may help to clear the mind. A short trip or vacation may be helpful. So this is a message for, of course, the viewer, guidance. But this is also how spirit is guiding this connection, helping people to change up their scenery, maybe move, maybe a short trip or vacation, move to a new location. This could help put people into their power again. That's what spirit's saying here. It helps people to give them a little bit of a boost, change their scenario. We have fifth dimension, so it could be that this connection is going to be more in like that 5D energy than 3D. Nothing wrong with that either. Yep, we have 511. Your twin flame is now beginning to connect the dots back to you. So again, remember, you're the one. Remember? Your person says that you're the one. They are still, or they are connecting the dots back to you. Their higher self knows that you are a part of their healing. They know that you're a part of their light, their journey back towards the light. So they really connect with you in the higher realms. But in 3D, there's obviously a separation or a challenge here. So continue to work with your person in 5D. Meditation, sending them high vibrational thoughts and energy and healing. That will really help them, you guys. And we have ascending. So no matter what things look like right now, no matter how things feel, your connection is ascending. Spirit wants you to know that. You guys are moving forward and growing. And I did even see that for this person, no matter all the darkness that they're stuck in, it doesn't matter. I do see them taking baby steps. They are taking off. Remember the voyage, the rocket. They are taking off on their journey. And we have 666. Step into your inner child as a way of addressing old wounds and restoring a sense of wonderment. Now, I don't see 666 as an evil number, but I am going to bring forth that message because of a lot of the darkness that is associated with your person right now. It's almost like they've been branded at this time as a dark being. And the reason why is because they have a lot of child issues to address and old wounds in order for them to heal so they can step into their power or step back into their power. So this is happening, you guys. Your person is stepping into their past so they can address these old wounds, so they can restore themselves back to the light. This is happening right now. That is happening. So have faith in that. Have faith that that is happening, that your person isn't a goner, that your person isn't just... This is about you also branding your person as evil. They're evil, they're the devil, they're a demon. It might feel like that. But it's a part of your journey to be up against this Krampus character. The angel that you are, this angel of light, you're dealing with the Krampus character. That's tough. That's an assignment of a lifetime. Your person's giving you a run for your money. So you can either fail the test and brand this person and be scorned and pissed for the rest of your life that they're just an evil asshole that was out to get you, and to put yourself in this victim mentality of being victimized by them, or you can try to see their light. And that doesn't mean that you have to have them in your life, but your vibration of them must change. And why? This is key to your own ascension and healing. Do you see how important this is? This villain, you must forgive. You must be able to get to a part of yourself where you can see their light. The vibration that you have connected to them is healed. It's no longer dark. So if you're feeling dark, that means that you have not done the work. Okay? You haven't done the work, or you're just not completed yet with this work. When you're able to love this person unconditionally, again, that doesn't mean you have to forgive them and let them back in your life. It's not about that. But you're no longer willing to sit in the poison with this connection any longer. You're able to heal it, and you're able to be clear in your heart space to open yourself up to happiness once again. There is an unlocking that happens with this person energetically when you are able to be in that energy with them. So it is a part of your soul development and growth as well as theirs that is key with that heart healing energy of forgiveness. Wow. All right. So energies possibly moving forward. Energies moving forward. We're going to go into the Divine Time Oracle by Bridgette Rao. And we're going to go into the Wind Spirit Speaks from Medium on a Mission. Upcoming energies moving forward. Upcoming energies moving forward. We've got no. Damn, Spirit is just... Spirit is being straight up in this reading today. The answer is no right now. The answer is no. Something is just not meant to be right now. This doesn't mean forever. It just means right now. Something is just, we have to put our boundary up. We have to say no. Someone else is in that energy of saying no right now. We have to respect that. It says, when gifts are placed under the tree, expect extra company. So right now it could be a no, but by Christmas time, so December, it could be a yes. So there's something about upcoming energies that are no right now, but maybe yes later on. We have the solar plexus chakra, willpower. This is our will to carry on without our person. This is our will to step into our own mission and life's purpose. I love this. You are a star seed person. It's not going to be for everybody, but 717, star seeds, light codes, awaken love. You are here, and it is a part of your mission to perhaps awaken other people on their journey and to help to spread light. Do not let this person's darkness dim your light. Remember, they're here to give you a run for your money, not to permanently disable you. So don't let that happen. We have trauma. Look at that. We've had a lot of trauma in this reading. Oh, wow. Balance the mind and stop wasting time in this trauma. So upcoming energies, you guys, is that it's a no for some, not for everybody, but it's a no right now that this can be resolved. Perhaps in December, things may shift. In the meantime, focus on your solar plexus chakra, which is where your willpower is to continue to carry on, your power, your your mission, your life's purpose, all of that for me as a reader is connected in that solar plexus chakra. You are here to spread light. You may be a star seed. You're awakening to this part of yourself. Continue on this journey. And when it comes to this trauma or being a victim, balance your mind and stop wasting time in this dark energy. It's not serving you. Yes, the shadow serves you, but it doesn't serve you to stay stuck in it for a very long, extended period of time. We can see that your person has wasted a lot of time already being in their trauma. Don't join them. Balance your mind and carry on. Okay? So it's like putting the power back in your hands. You dictate your future, not your trauma. Your trauma can dictate your future, but I'm getting here, you're not going to let that happen, right? No. So, what is homework? I have no idea why I put that on my list when I was writing down homework from spirit. I don't know where that came from. Homework from spirit. This is what spirit wants you to do homework on. We've got the Soul Activation Oracle deck by Rising Sun Oracle, Queen of Light 1111's Divine Connections Oracle, and my Arrows of Love Oracle. So let's see what spirit wants us to know in regards to doing some homework. Gives us an assignment. An assignment from spirit. We have in the spotlight attention. So we need to give something attention. All right, what is this? Put the focus on what? Focus on what? We have love, Cupid, love, like that. And I love it. Okay, heart, love. So we need to put more attention on the heart space, heart chakra. That pretty much blows me away because of the message that just came through. This was a part of the key to your ascension, the key to your healing. It's all through having patience with this process, okay? Things take time. Healing takes time. Love takes time. True love takes time. So put more attention on the things that bring you happiness, that bring you joy, things that you love, and be patient as your person heals. Again, you're not putting your freaking life on hold waiting for this person to smell the coffee. Hell no, you're not doing that. You're still carrying on and doing your own thing. You're loving your life. You are doing what you love. You can still have love towards this person. Keep that nice and tucked away in your heart space. Give it love, give it attention, but you're not giving it all of your attention, as in you're not focused on it. You're not obsessed on it. You're not just only thinking of them. You're thinking of yourself as well. You might be thinking about other people. You might be putting more attention on shooting those arrows of love towards the planet, helping, spreading light. And so again, while you are in this transition with this connection, you are focusing on your healing and you're focusing on spreading love and light in the world. The world needs your attention is what I am seeing here. So that is your homework. That is your assignment. Put more focus and attention on the light and spreading that light in the world with everyone that you touch on your journey, not just your person. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing, because you're an angel of light, and I got that from the very beginning. You're an angel of light. So last message. This is just going to be an affirmation. So I'm going to get 3. This is a new deck for me. It's called the Star Temple Oracle. It's freaking beautiful. I see a deck. I want it. I get it. And I've had quite a few of these this last week. I think I've bought like 10 decks. It's an addiction. It's bad. All right. Star Temple Oracle. What are our affirmations? We have, I don't know how to say this, Merope. the priestess, embody. I am an embodiment of the divine feminine. Wow. So I embody my divine feminine energy. Now, this was an issue for the person that you're watching this video for. They're having a very difficult time embodying their divine feminine. So this is telling you, you're embodying your own divine feminine. But the more that you honor your divine feminine and embody it, and you're not ashamed of it, the more empowered you become. And you're in that vibration of divine feminine. So if you and this person are connected, then this is that energy that helps them to also open up to their divine feminine. Because if you're strong and empowered in that energy, this helps them to see you in a very, it helps them to be less afraid of feminine energy. So, especially if you're upset at this person, I'm getting this. If you're upset at this person and you might be holding a lot of rage and darkness towards them still, this is asking you to step into your divine feminine energy. This helps to soften your energy. Okay? That girl looks like Charlize Theron. Okay. So we have the Bridgette, the triple star grid align. I connect and align with my higher consciousness. Beautiful. So a way to align, it doesn't mean the only way to align is to embody your divine feminine energy, but it helps you to be more receptive. It helps you to be more patient. It helps you to be more calm and go with the flow, that feminine energy. So that's how you're going to align, even more. And we have Astray, the star mother, loved. The universal mother loves and supports me totally. Wow. Mother energy. Mother energy came up for your person in the beginning. That was feminine energy. So this is about like an empress type of energy to me. This is about honoring your divine feminine. Honoring, like taking that time to tend to your own garden. Feeling good in your own energy. Sitting in that energy. Feeling supported. Feeling loved. Feeling like everything that's happening in the universe is happening exactly the way that it's supposed to. Things are aligning right when they're supposed to. As long as I embody my own energy and I take care of myself, I will be guided in the correct way moving forward. So I don't have to worry about anything. I don't have to push for anything. I don't have to worry. I don't have to be a Nine of Swords energy. I don't have to have all these fears. If everything that's meant for me on this journey and everything that happens is aligning me towards that, then I have nothing to worry about. It doesn't mean that you don't have to do anything. But you don't have to have all of this stress either. You don't have to carry all of this stuff with you. You can just let it all go now and know and have faith that you're being taken care of and that everything is happening exactly the way it's supposed to. All right, you guys. So I know that was a little bit of a darker reading, but hey, you know what? For whatever reason, it needed to come out that way. So if it didn't resonate with you guys, no worries. Maybe certain aspects resonated with you guys. That's cool too. But, regardless, I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.